Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word.
Now by this we know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He who says, I know him, and does not keep his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word, truly the love of God is perfected in him. By this we know that we are in him. He who says he abides in him ought himself to also walk just as he walked. 1 John chapter 2, verses 3 through 6. God is a refiner. We are the metal which must be cleansed. God's aim is to make us such that he can see his own reflection in us. What then are the qualities which a true Christian must have? First, our lives are meant to reflect the patience of God. One of the most obvious of all contrasts is the contrast between the patience of God and the petulance of man. If God had been a man, very certainly he would have taken his hand and wiped the world out of existence long ago. When we find people to be difficult with which to deal, we impatiently break out upon them, or we simply have nothing more to do with them. What a contrast with the divine patience of God, who bears with all the world sinning, and yet refuses to cast it off. Second, our lives are meant to reflect the divine reliability. From beginning to end, the Bible stresses the truth, the dependability, the steadfastness, the reliability of God. God does not change his mind. God does not make a promise and then go back on it. What God says he means, and what God promises he will do. We mean to be loyal, but there is a basic weakness in human nature which makes disloyalty a continuous danger. What a contrast between the divine reliability and fidelity of God and the ingrained shiftiness of human nature. And finally, our lives are meant to reflect the love of God. There is in God's love a quality of undefeatableness. Shakespeare writes movingly, "Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, but the human heart finds it very difficult to go on loving when there is no response." The supreme quality of the love of God is that it refuses in any situation to cease to love. What a contrast between the indestructible love of God and the brittle love of the human heart. What about you today? Are you exhibiting these qualities of true Christianity in your daily life? Why not seek God's guidance to lead you in the way everlasting?
This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.
Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us, to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us, to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. You came from heaven to earth to show